Welcome. Today we want to look at vehicle bodyworks and the topic spray painting. We under specific objectives. By the end of sub-module unit, the trainee should be able to explain the function of spray painting, explain the types and constraints of paint, explain the materials for surface preparations and use of painting tools and equipment, explain spray painting techniques and observe safety when spray painting. Spray painting definition. It is the process of applying paint on body panel using a special equipment known as a spray gun. Constraints of paint. Auto paint is made of four main constraints. That's the pigment. These are fine solid particles which do not dissolve in binder and they give color or body to the paint. Have binders. They form, film and bind the pigment to the surface. Sometimes binders are referred to as medium of paint. Now the thinner, these are liquid that are supplied separately with the paint and are used to adjust the viscosity of the paint to suit the paint requirements. We have additives. These are small quantities of substance which are added to the paint to carry out special jobs, e.g. wax creates a matte finish in the varnish. Silicone gives metal a hammer finish. Let's look at the types of paints. We have four main types of paint. We have cellular synthetic paint. These are paints that dry rapidly by evaporation of solvent. We have oil paints. They depend on atmospheric oxygen in drying. They have slow drying characteristics. We have blacking paint, which is cheap black paint with good adhesive qualities on bare metal and good rust inhibitor. We have the stoving paints. This type of paint they dry by action of heat rather than natural air. We have the two-pack paint. They are applied separately. When mixed up, they give complete polymerization. They are used in vehicle finishing and are characterized by high solid content and low solvent content. Let us look at the material used in surface preparation. We have the sandpapers, emery cloth, all newspapers, color paints, body fillers, thinners, the spot putty and the primer. We have the tools and equipment used in spray painting. We have the files, scrapers, spray painting equipment, compressors, spray gun, hammers, i.e. face hammer, pick hammer and ball pen hammer. Below is a sketch of a spray gun and the components. You can observe keenly. Our last sub headings. Let's look at the panel beating and spray painting techniques, where you have to assess the dented panel. First, you have to assess the dented panel. Before gathering, then you gather the required tools and equipments, and using the correct tools, you rectify the dented panel to original shape or contour. You remove the dented filler using body files. Then you clean the surface. You put a little filler on a mixing plate and add hardener and mix thoroughly. You apply the body filler on the dented area and leave it to dry. You adjust the viscosity. You adjust the body file according to the file of excess filler. Wash the area with soapy water using correct grade of wet sandpaper and leave it to dry. You mix the primer and seal in the correct ratios and mask the unwanted areas of the vehicle panel. You apply the primer on the dented panel and leave it to dry. You remove the masking papers carefully. Wash the areas the correct grade with wet sandpaper and leave it to dry. Apply spot putty to bury small dents and leave it to dry. You wash the area with soapy water using correct grade of wet sandpaper. You clean up the spray gun and you mix the paint with the hardener and the thinner in the correct ratios, or if you are using the paint that's not mixed by the manufacturer. You mask the unwanted part of the vehicle panel. You apply the first coat and leave it to dry. You apply the second coat and leave it to dry. You apply the third coat, which is the final coat, and leave it to dry. You remove the masking and carry out polishing. Wash the rectified panel and carry out the road test. We have come to the end. I represent as Georgia Mieka. Welcome more.